Hello, the truth is that the amount of new parachains being deployed on Polkadot has recently slowed down. It seems to be mainly due to the excessive complexity of building a parachain on Substrate, but there is one promising project aiming to fix this and make building an app chain on Polkadot significantly easier, and that project is Tanssi. Without a doubt, Polkadot Substrate, or Polkadot SDK if you will, is a superior technology to other blockchain SDKs. Building an app chain on Polkadot brings a lot of benefits to developers instead of deploying their app on a general purpose chain like Ethereum. One of the biggest benefits of Substrate is high customization when building a chain, so parachains can be optimized and specialized for a specific use case. This high customization, for example, allows the chains to remove transaction gas fees to make onboarding new users frictionless, or liquid staking, or chains can integrate their own governance mechanism, so all very cool stuff. Overall, this high customization of app chains leads to a better UX of dApps built on these app chains. So the idea of app chains in case of Polkadot parachains is undoubtedly the future of Web3, but building a parachain on Polkadot also comes with some challenges, out of which the biggest one is the overall complexity of building an app chain with all necessary tools and infrastructure. And this complexity seems to be what's been slowing down the growth of the Polkadot eco and adoption. When building an app chain, it is also needed to build essential infrastructure such as wallets integration, block explorers and oracles. All these tools need to be built on the top of the chain itself, which makes deploying a parachain on Polkadot quite a challenge, requiring a lot of work and time. It takes at least several months to deploy a parachain on Polkadot. Developers want to mainly focus on building their application, but building a chain comes first, so speeding up the process of launching a parachain is what will accelerate the growth of Polkadot, bring more dApps and users. And this is when Tanssi comes in, as Tanssi will address all these challenges that come with deploying a parachain. Tanssi can be viewed as a chain that will help to launch other chains. Tanssi will retain all those benefits of building an app chain while making it much easier and faster to launch a parachain on Polkadot. Tanssi will provide parachains with core services like block production, blockchain explorers, and many other chain management tools. The bottom line is, Tanssi will significantly reduce the time needed to deploy a parachain on Polkadot. Tanssi team is quite interesting. The founder, Francisco Agosti, used to be a member of the core Moonbeam team, also with a few more members of Tanssi. And because they experienced firsthand how challenging it was to build Moonbeam on Substrate with all that necessary chain infrastructure, he decided to found Tanssi to dramatically simplify the process of building a parachain. That's why once Tanssi becomes a parachain on Polkadot, it will provide these infrastructure services to all new chains building on Polkadot. Tanssi will automate a lot of tools integrations for new parachains. In reality, developers will visit Tanssi's UI, simply select the tools they want for their chain, and once they launch, they will have all these tools and infrastructure pre-built into their chain. Tanssi will provide blockchain templates, allowing developers to deploy their parachain in just a few clicks. One such a template is EVM Chain, that will allow developers to launch an EVM-compatible parachain in just a few hours. Can you see that immensely strong use case of Tanssi? Tanssi will be fully automated and permissionless, meaning developers will not have to interact with Tanssi team to build an app chain. This way, Tanssi will serve as a decentralized cloud service where app chain teams won't have to run their own parachain infrastructure, but will simply tap into Tanssi's tooling. This will greatly decrease the time and cost needed to launch a parachain on Polkadot. Thanks to Tanssi, app chain builders will be able to launch their chain in just a few hours. So imagine what a great catalyst Tanssi will be for the growth of Polkadot. Although still on testnet, Tanssi ecosystem is already quite big, onboarding projects like Kava and Remark. Till now, there has been over 100 registrations from devs and teams looking to deploy their testnet app chain on Tanssi, so the demand for Tanssi services is high. Tanssi will launch a token after their parachain deployment on Polkadot, and all teams will need this token to access Tanssi permissionless services, so a strong use case for the token. Tanssi launched their testnet Dancebox in September, looking to go live on Kusama by the end of the year, and they are aiming to launch their parachain on Polkadot in the first half next year. As you can see, Tanssi has a true potential to bring more developers and teams to build on Polkadot and that way dramatically accelerate the growth of the ecosystem. Tanssi can be a real game changer for Polkadot, so keep your eyes on this project. To get more info on Tanssi, watch this video from Decoded or listen to this AMA or this podcast. The links are in the description. Have a great day!